Okay, so a couple days ago I made a video explaining the event, and the dungeons were a scam. People didn't really watch the dungeon part, at least fully, because I got a lot of hate mail that was really stupid. And I mean really stupid. There were some really dumb comments. There were some decent comments, there were some fine ones, there were some confused ones, but overall, yes, there were some dumb ones. So we're going to break this down to as simple as we can to explain how this dungeon next system will be a scam. By next system, I mean next season. It will be a scam. This is how this would work. As you see here, Witch Queen Dungeon Key, 2 dungeons. It says the name, but it says 2 dungeons. Lightfall Dungeon Key, 2 dungeons. Doesn't say which ones, but it says 2. Then we go to Final Shape. Second paragraph, few lines down, it says the Final Shape Dungeon Key. According to Bungie, dungeon keys guarantee you when you buy it 2 dungeons. As you see here, 2, 2. This one will have 2 as well. The reason next season's dungeon will be a scam is because there's 2 outcomes here. There's a third, but the third is so unlikely it's not going to happen. We're going to talk about the third one just to make everyone happy. Is we get 2 dungeons next season. We get a free one, and we get a money one. For those that paid for the dungeon key, we get one, and those that are free, everyone gets one, which will be the icebreaker one. The reason it will be the icebreaker one is because Bungie stated it is part of the 10th anniversary thing. It's a later continuum, but it's part of it. The 10th anniversary thing is supposed to be free to all. So logically speaking, icebreakers should be free to all. Most logical statement there is there. Simple continuum of something obviously should still be free. And that's where the problem comes in. Is more than likely, pretty much guaranteed, we're only going to get 1 dungeon. The odds of us getting 2 is so small, it is never going to happen practically. And if it does, awesome. I'd be happy to eat my words. But it's not going to happen. We're going to get 1 dungeon. And if it's free for all, cool, awesome. Also bad, because for those of us that have bought the dungeon key, as you see here for these other dungeon keys, we are guaranteed 2 dungeons per year. This dungeon key would mean we're only getting 1 dungeon, but we have paid for 2 dungeons, and that's the problem I was trying to get to. This is why it's a scam. We have bought 2 dungeons, but we're only getting 1 dungeon. The free-for-all one does not count because it's free-for-all. So that means 2 seasons from now, that dungeon that will come out will be the one we bought. Where is the second one we bought? There's only 2 more seasons for this year. We are missing a dungeon. Now this is how this will play out. Either it will be free for all, which it should be because they said it's a continuum. Morally, good for the game. Morally, everyone will be happy, everyone will be excited. But it will be a money scam because we have paid for 2 dungeons, but we're only getting 1. The free one does not count because we didn't pay for that, because it's free for all. Which means a huge portion of the community has lost money. Mind you, it's not going to be a ton of money. It's whatever the dungeon key is. I don't know what it's worth. I don't know if it's $10, $30, $20, whatever it is. But half of that money should be refunded to the community. Half the money of the dungeon key should be refunded if we're only paying for 1 dungeon this year. Because we paid for and bought 2 dungeons worth, and we're only going to get 1. That is a scam. That is a money scam. It's a big scam. That's a problem. Now, mind you, if it does cost money, good. That means the dungeon key is fine. Nothing's wrong with it. But now it's become a moral scam. The reason it's become a moral scam is because everyone in this, I mean everyone, more than 90% of the community believes it's free for all because of what Bungie stated. They stated the 10th anniversary is free for all. Then they stated Icebreaker is coming out later and it's going to be a continuum of the 10th anniversary, which means it's supposed to be free. Simple deduction skills. If Bungie didn't want it to be inferred that way, they shouldn't have said it's a continuum. They just said, oh, we're going to release a separate thing later that's going to cost money or this or that. The fact they didn't put an extra thing in there and they said it was a continuum, they said it was the next part of it, of a free event, everyone's going to assume it's free. And I know everyone assumes this because Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, every comment all over the place have talked about it being free. Because people believe it's free, and that's a huge portion of people that think it's free. So if it's not free, it is morally going to piss people off. Is it good for Bungie in a sense? Yeah, because people will want it, so people will buy it. Except people won't buy it, and this is the problem. Because right now the game is dead. People don't see much of a future. We did get a little bit of info, but it's not enough to spark much. We know that because the numbers haven't moved much at all. So it is not much of a spark. So people are going to be like, oh, it's supposed to be free, excited, and then Bungie's going to come out first day, oh, you have to buy it, by the way. People are going to be pissed. People are going to like, not worth my time. Few people will buy it, but overall, a majority of people will not buy it, which will morally fuck the game even more, and mean even less players will play this game. Which will be a bigger hit to Bungie than it is currently. So they have a choice. Either scam you morally or scam you money-wise. Which both are going to screw people over. And the money thing is going to screw people over as well. And actually affect morale as well. Because people will realize this once it comes out for free. Oh my god, I've paid for 2 dungeons, but I'm only buying 1 even though I've paid for 2. And that's going to depress people and piss people off. And a lot of problems are going to happen. So that's the problem. We have 2 moral situations here of either 2 scams, of either a moral scam or a money scam. Morally, scam is if it isn't free and you have to pay for it. A lot of people won't, then they don't care. But then it is a scam as well, is if it is a paid for one. Or it's a scam if it's paid for, it's a scam if it's not. It's a moral scam if it's free, it's a moral scam if it's paid for, and then it's a money scam if it's free. As I'm everywhere with the words, English hard sometimes. But that's my point I'm trying to make. Is either way, this is a scam. The only solution is 2 dungeons in 1 season, which I do not see even a chance of that happening. It's such a low percentage of a chance, it's never going to happen. And that's the problem. People aren't realizing the problem there yet. And I tried to explain it, but people didn't listen to the video. They decided to hear the first 5 seconds and talk mad shit. In the comments like they always do. If you're gonna talk mad shit, at least learn to watch the damn video. You look stupid. I'm sorry, maybe that's mean to say, but you know what? It's facts. If you don't fully watch and listen and understand the video, you look dumb when you comment. So yeah, a little bit of hate there, I guess, but at the same time, not really. Don't really hate you. I'm fine with people giving their opinion. This is America, after all, it's a free country. But there was some of the dumbest shit I've read. Out of all the comments I've seen in my life, there were some really stupid comments. So, moral of the story is if Bungie makes it free, it is a scam. It is a money scam because of the dungeon key guarantees too. If they make it paid for, it is a moral scam because they've convinced the community it's free. Either way, it's a scam. The only solution is 2 dungeons in 1 season, which pigs will fly before that happens. I'd love to eat my words, but I doubt that. So that's the point I'm making. I want people to understand there are 2 types of scams here that are happening. Depending on the situation, one of them is going to happen. And personally, they're both really fucked up. Because the moral scam is going to lose the community massively more, and the money scam is going to lose the community massively more. Because people are pissed they paid for 2 and are only getting 1. I know I've repeated it several times, and said over and over again, but the first time the point didn't get through. So hopefully it gets through now. We are losing money, or we're morally losing people. Because of Bungie. They need to come out, they need to talk about it, people need to get on top of this and start complaining to them so we get answers. Because right now, this is either going to morally fuck up the game, or it's going to money fuck up the game. Which will then morally fuck up as well. So this is a bad fucking decision Bungie's made. It's a very bad situation going on right now. And Bungie is not coming forth with the truth. I want a confirmation. Are we getting a free dungeon? Are we getting a money dungeon? Or are we getting 2 dungeons? I want confirmation, personally. I think a lot of people do. And yes, it ticks me off that this is happening. And I don't understand why people aren't seeing this yet. But I know for a fact, when it comes out and they announce it's free or money, people will start seeing this. So I'm hitting the ball sooner than most. But this is a scam, and Bungie needs to do something about this. They need to recognize it. People need to tell them, hey, what are you doing? They need to tell us what's going on. This is the problem when Bungie doesn't communicate, and they make 1,000 plans, and they never think their plans out. This is why Bungie needs a better system. They need community help in this sense. They need certain people to be talking to them constantly. This is the point I'm making. If you understand the video, leave a comment what you think. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you still don't understand, you want to make a dumb comment, make a dumb comment. Doesn't hurt my channel none. I think they're funny. I think it's really dumb, some of the stuff I've seen. I still think it's funny. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. We're almost at 300, so help us get there. I'd appreciate it. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. This is the end of the video. I'm just trying to make my point across. This is a scam either way. So, unless they add 2, it's a scam either way. So, adios. We're ending the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're almost 300, so please do it. Adios. We out.